Hello friends, learn how to create a beautiful dashboard like this in Excel without any VBA knowledge. You don't need any VBA coding. Okay, it's absolutely done without VBA, and this is an interactive. Now if I click on the central, okay, in the region, my whole data changes into central, and in central if I want to see only for 2016 data, if I click on 2016 data, my whole data changes to 2016 or 2017. Even these boxes, I'll let you know how to create these boxes and this graphs and how to make your chart interactive. Okay, just follow this lesson. In one lesson, in one video I have taught you from 0 to up, and if you are a beginner, no issues. If you are an expert, no issues, you will learn something new. Okay, and this I learned from my experiences. Okay, and just go through it and you will love it. Okay. Okay, let's start without wasting any time. So I have my sample store data, and if you want this data, you can just go through Google and just type sample store data and you will get this data. But what I would suggest is, if you have any data of your own, try doing in that, because ultimately you want to do in that. Okay, if I show this and you do the same analysis in the same data, so I don't think so it would be more beneficial for you. For learning purpose, yes, but then I'll be showing in depth so you can use the same knowledge into your data. Okay, so without wasting time, we'll start it. So this is my data. Okay, and this data talks about the sample store data, where it says the order date, ship date, what was the order ID, ship mode, customer name, segment. So it gives me the country, city, state, postal code, and also the sales quantity, discount, and profit. Okay, now we will make a dashboard for it. Before making a dashboard, you have to make sure that you are converting your data into table. Okay, this is a data. Now when you want to convert it into table, so that in future if you add any data to it, it will automatically update and refresh your data or refresh your dashboard with updated one. Okay, so you will press Control T. When you press Control T, a dialog box will open which says create table. Okay, and you what this will do is, when you press Control T, it will automatically takes the data from where it is starting and from where it is ending. Okay, and you have to just click OK. When you click on OK, a table design box will open, because now we have converted our data into table. Okay, and here are the styles. You can choose any style you want to, but I prefer light. You can choose this one, you can choose black, you can choose green. Okay, but I would go with light. I prefer light because I changed it in table, but that dark color doesn't suit for me to work. Okay, and if you see it on the table design, you will see a table name and you can give a table name. Table name, you can give anything. So let me give table name as source. Okay, you will write it source and just you will remove your cursor from there and it's updated. So this is what the first step you will do whenever you want to create a dashboard. Okay, and before this also, you have to just make sure that your data isn't proper in this format. Okay, it's okay if there are blank. Suppose if consumer is not there in some places or some names are not there, this is fine, this is still a acceptable data. Okay, but then you have to make sure that your headers are there. It should not be like your headers are blank. Okay, you have to make sure that. I'll come back to it. Okay, and I will make this as my data. Okay, since I gave the table name as source, I'll give this as data. Okay, now I'll create a new sheet and I will make it as pivot. Okay, so we'll make a pivot tables here to create an interactive dashboard. Okay, so first what I will do, now you see, first thing what I will do is, I want to create a sales amount, quantity, discount, and profit. So for that, I'll come here, I'll click on insert. Okay, and I'll click on pivot table. Okay, when I click on pivot table, a dialog box will open here and I will put here the name of the table which we have given. What we have given the name of the table, we have given it as source. Okay, I'll show you again. If you go to data, okay, table design, your table name is source. Okay, so I'll go come here, pivot table, and I'll give it as source and I'll click OK. Now the pivot table opens. Okay, now this field talks about the pivot table fields. These are all my headers. Okay, and these are the four fields where we work our data. Okay, now first what we'll do, first I'll take the sales column and put it in values because sales are all related to values. Okay, so this one is okay. Now what I will do, I'll double click here. Okay, and I'll change this to total sales. Okay, now suppose one more thing, if I click OK, it works. But suppose if I put it as sales and click OK, it will not work because it says that pivot table name already exists. If you see sales name it already exists, and if you want to keep only sales, so what you can do is at the end of the S, you can just give a space and you can click OK. So it will take sales. Okay, I'll give it as total sales. Okay, and now second thing what I will do, I'll change this format. Okay, how I will change this format, I will do a right click and instead of doing format cells, I'll click on number format. Okay. When I click on number format, again a dialog box will open and this sales is related to currency. I'll click on currency, and if I want to give two zeros decimals, I'll give, otherwise I'll not. And then I'll say okay. Okay. So this is done. Now second thing what I will do is, third thing, I'll click right click, I'll go to pivot table options. Okay, and I'll go to total and filters and I'll click allow multiple filters. You have to do this because it is going to be very useful for you. You will come to know when we create a dashboard. Okay, allow multiple fields per field. You will click on this. Now what you can do is you can either create separate sheets for each pivot table, or you can do every all the pivot table in one, and I would prefer you do all the pivot table in one only. Okay, and now what you will do, you will go to pivot table analyze and you will come here. Okay, and you will give your first pivot table name. So you will give pivot table name as total sales. Okay, this is very important, you have to give the names. If you don't give the names also, it will work for you, but then it will be a lot of confusion when you start giving slices to it. And suppose you have three graphs and one slicer, and you want to give interactive only to two graphs and not the three, but you will get confused which graph is what. So better write a name. Okay, even I forget it sometimes or most of the times, but when I'm showing you and when you are starting for the first time, just create a habit of it. Okay, now what I can do is I'll copy this. Okay, and I'll paste it here. This is my second pivot table, and now what I will do, I'll come here, I'll take quantity, I'll remove sales. Okay, and then for this one also I can give either quantity. If I give only quantity, see what will happen, it will not accept because it is already there. So either I can give space or I can give total quanti quantity. Okay, I'll click OK. I'll come to number format. Okay, I'll come to number. I'll remove the decimals. I'll use thousands. I'm using number because quantity is in numbers. It is not in currency, right? So I'll click OK. Okay. Now I don't have to go here and go to pivot table sheets, total filters. I don't have to click here because I already did here and I'm copying the same pivot table here. Okay. So what all I did the changes here, everything comes here also. Okay. Now I'll go to pivot table analyze. I'll go to pivot table and I'll give the pivot table second name as total QUAN quantities quantity. Okay, now what I will do, I'll again copy paste, I'll come back here. I can put here also. Okay, but I'll come here and I'll do here. And now what I will do is I'll create discount and I'll do the same thing. This one I'll do fast because you know now total discount. Total discount, I'll go number format. Discount is in the currency. I'll click this, I'll say okay, and then again I'll copy paste it. I'll come here and now I will do profit. Okay, and I'll make it as profit, total profit. And profit is also, now you can see here profit is also in currency. So what I can do, I can click here or here. and I can choose a format painter which is in your home tab. I'll click here and I'll just click here. Okay, so this is done. So we have created 4 boxes which will be very interactive. Okay, I'll show you how it is done on the later stage. Okay, now basically we have created 4 this one. Now I will go to pivot table design. See, again I forgot to change the name. This will be total discount and this will be total profit. Okay, now again I'll copy this. I'll come here, and one more thing you can do to make it good, you can go to view and you can remove the grid lines. Okay, now total sales. Now what you will do, I'll take order date. Okay, now my first, second, third, fourth, fifth query is I want to show the order date month wise. Okay, so I have a order date. I'll pull the order date in rows. Okay, and automatically what Excel does is they have a pre-generated backend application for dates where they already, when you take order date, they convert it into quarters, and then when you click on quarters, they convert it into months. But what my query is, I just need the months. So what I will do, I'll remove years, I'll remove quarters, and you will get the numbers. Okay, got it? Now total sales is already there in the form because I copied this, so this is not going to change. Okay, so this is my, and then what I will do is I'll go to design. Okay, I'll go to report outlet and I'll click show tabular form. When I click show tabular form, the header will automatically change to what it is, order date. Okay, now again I'll copy paste this. I'll paste it here. Now this time instead of order date, I'll take ship date because I also wanted to analyze the shipping dates. I'll remove years too. I'll remove quarters too. Okay, this is my shipping date. Okay, so I got my this, and now I'll go to pivot table design. I'll click, I'll make it as a order date. I'll come here and I'll make it as ship date. Okay, now again I'll copy any of this. I'll come here. Now I want to show the segment. Okay, now suppose here I can show one more thing is the quantity will show it later, no problem. Okay, now I'll come here. Okay, I'll remove ship date. Okay, now I will take segment. Okay, let's see segment. Segment, it talks about consumer, corporate and home office, and I'll take total sales and also I'll take quantity. Okay, I'll take quantity. Okay, quantity is here. We can just take format printer and we can just drag it. Okay, the number for formatting will automatically change, and we'll write it as quantity it will not take. So what I will do, I'll come here and I'll just give one space so it will take. Okay, and then I will go to pivot table design and I'll make it as segment. Now what I will do, I'll again take this or anything I can take. Okay, I can put it down because I know that there is nothing more than 3. Okay, if there is more than 3 and if you think that in future your data is growing and instead of consumer, corporate, home office you have other segments also, then don't put it here, otherwise it will overlap your other pivot table. If it is not and you are sure, like suppose I can keep it here also because I know how much my data increase, but it will fall my Jan to December here only. Okay, so in that way I can put it here also. Okay, now when I click here, there is no field list coming. So what I will do is I'll go to pivot table analyze and I'll click on field list. Okay, field list will come. Okay, we got the segment, and now we'll do a region. What for region, what I will do, I'll just click region here and I'll remove segment here. Okay, I got my region with quantity, sales and quantity. I don't have to do any changes here. Okay, now I'll copy, and I'm sure that in future region will also not change. Okay, so I can again click it here. Now I can take state. Okay, now if you see my state is very high. So what I want to show, I want to show only top 5 states. Okay, what I can do here, is I can click here. Okay, I can click here and I can click to value filters. Okay, and then I can go to top 10. Okay, and I can click top 10 by total sales. I'll click OK. Okay, so it gives me top 10, but it is, if you see, it is not in the uh, ascending or descending order. So I want to make it descending order. So I'll come here. Okay, I'll go to more sort options. Okay, I'll go to descending. I'll click on total sales. Now I got this, I got top 10. Okay, if you see here, I got top 10. Now what I will do, I'll copy it, or I'll copy this. I'll come here. I'll again go to pivot table. I'll click on field list. Okay, now I got region, I got sales, and what else we can do? We can do ship mode. I'll remove this. Okay, and ship mode will come here, and I'll not do any changes to it. Okay, now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have created 9 pivot tables, and if you know, I have again forgot to change it. So now I'll give it as region. I'll give this as state, and I'll give this as ship mode. Ship mode. Okay, so we have done all this. Now let's see what all we can analyze. Let me copy this. Okay, and just go here, paste it here, open the field list. Okay, now what we can show now is subcategories also there. Let's take category, remove ship mode, and see what it shows. Categories are 3. Okay, so we'll work on categories also. Okay, and in categories, what we'll do this time, we'll go to field list and we can remove quantity. We'll just show total sales for quantity for this one. Okay, and we can also show the, let's take order date, put it here. Okay, and then let's right click on it, show value as, okay, percentage. We can show percentage difference from previous year. Okay, and we'll click OK. So it will show you this, but then let's not do this. Window shift. Now we have all our pivot tables ready. Okay, these are the simple pivot tables because we want to make a beautiful dashboard. Okay, now, and we have covered most of the information, and rest of the information will cover with our slices. Okay, in the later stage. Now let's create a dashboard. Okay, for dashboard, what you will do, you'll click here, new sheet. Okay, and you'll rename it, and you will give it as dashboard, or you can give it as summary or whatever name you like. Okay, and next thing you will go is you will go to view, remove grid lines. Okay, and what you will do, you'll go to insert, illustrations, shapes, and you will click here. Okay, the rectangle. Okay, and then you will drag it. Okay, you will drag it, and then what you will do, you'll go to insert again, illustration, shapes, and this time you will take text box and you will write it as sample store data dashboard. Okay, and then you can go to home and you can change the okay, and then come here. Okay, this side, go to shape format. Always make sure you create no outline. Okay, and here also go here. Okay, or else drag this little bit down and shift this up. Okay, and then shape fill, you take it as no fill, shape outline as no outline. Okay, now And now if you want to give a bold, you can give a bold, and if you want to change the color, you can change the color. Okay, so we have created, and you can write anything. I'm just giving a name, like it's a sample store data dashboard. Okay, yeah. And now we'll start creating pivot, and we'll start creating our graphs. For that, first we need 4 boxes, because these are just a boxes and we want to make it interactive. So what you will do, okay, you will come to dashboard, we'll go insert. Okay, you will click on illustration, you'll click on shapes, and you'll take any of these boxes. I'll take this box, I'll click and I'll drag. Okay, and if you see this yellow, what you can do with this yellow is you can drag like this or like this, whatever you want to make. Okay, I'll click here. Now what I will do, I'll go to shape format, I'll click on shape fill and I'll click no fill. I'll click on shape out. I'll not do shape outline now. Okay, I'll keep it like this. Okay, and then I'll go to insert, I'll go to shape, and this time I'll take text. I'll come it here. Okay, and I'll place it like this. Okay, and then I'll click here and I'll click Control D, D for delta. It will take automatically, and I'll keep here. And what I will do, I'll take both and I'll put it in middle. Okay, this is in middle and this is also in middle. Okay, and I'll make this little bit high, so that because this will be our amount column, so it should look little bit high. Okay, now this is what it is. Okay, and what I will do, I'll click this, I'll click this, and then I'll put Control T. Okay, and I'll just take this and come it here. And now when I do again Control D, it will automatically rearrange it. You see, Control D, Control D. Now we have our 4 boxes ready, and now we have to make it interactive. For that, what you will do, you'll go to your view button and you'll open the formula bar. Okay, this is very important. Okay, here you can give the name as total sales. This you can give it as total quantity. Okay, if it coming down, you can just drag a little bit. This you can give it as discount, and this you can give it as profit. Okay, and now if you want to make it, now we'll do change for one, and I'll show you how to lock your format painter and apply for others. Okay, now what I will do, I'll come here. Okay, keep my cursor here and I'll go here. I'll put equal to. Okay, this is my total sales. Okay, pay attention here. I'll click on equal to, I'll go to my pivot table and I'll click here. Okay, as soon as I click here, it gives me this, and now when I put enter, just see what happens. It says this formula is missing a range reference or a defined name. So for that, what you will do, you will not do anything. It's a simple thing. You will come here. Okay, until your name, this is your sheet name, right? So if you suppose in future, if you give a sheet name as uh, data, okay, so you just make sure that before data you'll removing everything. Okay, and then you're removing this one bracket, and you get just putting enter. When you put enter, what happens, you see, it will take total sales. Okay, why it is taking total sales? It should not take total sales, right? Because it's not a1, it's a2. So what you will do, you'll just click here and put 2. Okay, if you see here, a2, it's in a2. Okay, by default it takes a1, but you will put it in a2. Okay, now what you will do, you'll copy this, Control C. Okay, put tab, come out of it, come here. Okay, now just see your quantity. Quantity is what? A6, discount A11. Okay, and profit A16. So A6, A11, A16. Okay, now you'll come here, you'll Control V. Now instead of 2, you'll put 6 and put enter. Okay, and then you'll come here, Control V. Instead of 6, you put 11. You have 11, I guess, right? 11, yeah. And then you will copy, come out, Okay, come here, put your cursor here, come here, equal to, and you will do 16. What was that? Was it 16? Just go there and check. It was A16. Yeah. And let's see why it is not working. Okay, it came dashboard. So you'll remove this A16. Enter. Okay. Now, now we'll do a little bit of formatting. I'll click my cursor here and I'll go to shape format. Click on shape fill. I'll click no fill and no outline. And I'll do same for here. I'll click on shape fill, no outline. Okay. And now if I want to make it bold, I'll make it bold. Control B, or I can press here directly. And this also I can make it bold. Okay. And if I want to get away with this, I'll go to shape format. I'll say no fill, no shape. Okay. So this is how it comes. And if you want to increase the size, you can come here and you can increase it. Okay. I'll do for rest 3 and come back to you soon. Okay. So I've done for others. Now I'll select this, this. I'm just putting control and clicking here. And what I will do is now I'll go to shape format. I'll click on group and make it group. Now why I'm doing is it becomes easy for me to now drag anywhere I want without interfering with any of the formatting. Okay. And I'll keep it here. Okay. So we have done 1, 2, 3, 4. Now just go to pivot and then we will insert recommend charts. We'll take a line chart for this. Okay. And then we'll just remove the unnecessary things. We'll right click on it and we'll do hide all, remove total. We will remove grid lines and we will give it as order date by month. Okay. We'll do a control B and just will reduce the size a little. Okay. And then we'll give a data label. Now if you see, the data label is not coming proper. Why? Because it has lot of values and it is overwriting the other value. Now there is a another way we can change this and make it look a good way. What you can do, you can come here, right click, go to number format and come to custom. Okay. And in custom you can take, you can write a custom formula for that. What is, you take dollar sign. Okay. You take hash sign. Okay. So what it is giving you, if you see here, 59,751, it's giving you 59,751. Okay. You take comma. Okay. And you take k, it gives you the overall figure. Okay. Hash comma k, you can take like this or you can just put k. It will take a round figure and round figure is still fine. Okay. And click ok. Now see what happens. Now it is readable. Okay. And now you can click here, come to design. Okay. Come to format, click on shape outline, weight, you can give anything. Okay. If you want to give dark, light, I'll take light. Okay. So it becomes easy for us to read. And also if you want to change this to this, dots, dash, you can do anything. Okay. Let's take this. Okay. And then let's drag a little and drag up. If you want to make it bold, you can make it bold. Okay. If you want to make this bold, you can just click here, everything will get selected and you can just do control B for Bombay. Okay. So we, and then you just do control X to cut, come to dashboard, put control V. Okay. And now what you can do is you can reduce the size. Okay. If you want to reduce it more, it's fine, because in usage it gives you the trend also. Okay. What is happening. Okay. And now come to pivot, do the same thing for ship date. Okay. I'll do it and I'll come back. Now if you see, I've created this. Now I wanted to show you here also there's the same problem, right? Now you don't have to go here and do format cells or number format. You can just come here. Okay. Do a double click, do a click, to your format painter, which is in home tab. Okay, if you see the format is coming, and just drag it. Okay, you dragged it here and this is changed. Okay, now I'll do a quick thing to change the outline and also change the dash. Okay, and then I'll control X. I'll come to dashboard and I'll press it here. I'll come here. Now, if I want to make the boxes same, what I can do, if I want this box, I'll click here, I'll go to format, and here you can see 1.28, 6.6. Now, what I can do, I can come here and I can just put 1.28 and here 6.6. So it gives you this. Okay, so you don't have to drag and do anything like sort of. Okay, and now if you want to remove outline, you can remove it like this, or if you want to keep, you can keep it. Okay, and now what we will do is we'll make this also bold. So we are ready with our two graphs, okay, and four tables. Okay, now I'll go to pivot table and I'll quickly create this one. Now this one I have two, so what I can do is I can go to pivot, I can go to insert, I can go to recommend charts. Now since I have two, the combo chart will open. Now what I will do, okay, now this quantity is this. Okay, it's in line. When I click here, it will give me in this shape. Okay, and I'll say okay to it. Okay, now I'll do right click, hide all. Okay, now what I will do, I'll remove the grid lines and then I'll click on legend, and legend I'll take it top. Okay, I'll go to data label and I'll take data label like this. Okay, now if I want to make this as a lighter color, what I can do, I can just click here, all the three boxes will get selected, the blue color one. I can go to format. Okay, and I can go to shape fill and I can take a lighter one and I'll make this as bold and I'll make this as bold. Okay, and I'll make this as bold. And second thing, I'll take chart title and I'll write it as segment. Okay, and I'll bold it and make it little smaller. Okay, so it gives me total sales and quantity. Okay, segment wise. So we can write it as sales and quanti quantity by segment. Okay, and now I can do control X and I can come here and I can press here. Okay, and I can make it little bit smaller. Now you have to make sure of one thing, when you are using a combo chart you can't remove this. Okay, I'll show you what happens. Suppose I want to remove this and I remove it, I'll press delete, it will again come back to a normal. Okay, so you can't remove this, you have to make sure when you're using a combo chart like we removed here, but here you can't. Okay, and if you want to make it a little bit small you can make it. And what you can do for this also, you can go to pivot, you can take this, format it and put it like this. Okay, now see what happens, it is in more readable form. Okay, and you can just click this, format it, shape outline. Okay, and it gives you the line and it gives you this. Okay, and then you can bold this. Again we will come to pivot, this time central. This we can take insert and we can take recommend chart. Okay, this will not look good because this value is very small. Okay, line also doesn't make sense, pi also doesn't make sense. So what we can do, again we have to take a combo chart and put line as this and click OK. Okay, now the same formatting I'll do for this and come back. So now if you see here, we have more few charts to come, but our data is our canvas is full now. So now what we will do, you will do nothing, you will just reduce the size. Okay, now it is 100. First you will reduce to 90 and see. Okay, or you can reduce to 70 also. Okay, we'll reduce to 80. Okay, and then we can reduce this also a little. Okay, and we can reduce this also a little. Now it gives us more space. Okay, and you can get this here, drag it. Okay, and then you can get this here. Okay, now you can see you got more space. So this is how you can do. And one more thing, when you view and remove your formula bar, you got more space down also, so we'll keep that space now. Okay, but we don't need formula bar, so what we can do is we can just click down, click little bit more. This also we can click little down and click little bit more, and this also we can click little bit more. So this is how you have to adjust, and this you will learn through practice, like how to make it more visible, more useful. Okay, so that comes by practice. Even now, even I am also learning. Okay, now we'll go to pivot table and we'll take the California. Okay, and California will just take design. What we'll do is we'll go to field list and we'll remove quantity and we'll just do sales. Okay, and then we can go to insert so that I can show you different charts. Okay, and we will take bar. Okay, you took bar, you will remove this, you will remove this, you will remove this also not required. You will go right click and remove hide all fields. Okay, and then you will go here and you will do a data label and you will make it sales by total sales by state, and you'll do control B. Okay, and then right click, and now you can bold this, and you can, okay, now you can go here sort, you can go to more sort options. Okay, and then you can take it as total sales, you can go to sort. Okay, sort more options, and you can take this. So yeah, and you can reduce the size a little. Okay, and one more thing what you can do, you can change this also. You can take this format paint, drag it so it becomes more visible. Okay, and now you can go to format and shape fill. You can take gradient if you want. You can take this. How I got it, I went to shape fill. Now if you want to change the color, you can change this color, and now again you can go to shape fill and you can go to gradient, so it gives you the colors. Okay, let's take this one. Okay, control X, come here, and you got your state. You can drag now, drag little bit down. Okay, and make sure we have to make a space for our slices also, don't forget that. Okay, and now you can go to ship mode, you can go to ship mode, and then you can take, you can insert another chart. Okay, line chart, let's take combo and say if we take this as a line chart what it comes, and take this or this. Okay, it doesn't make sense, so we'll go with a bar chart. Okay, and you will click OK. And if you see waterfall in pivot table, when we are doing this, charts will not work. Okay, just make sure in another classes I'll show how to use this charts. Okay, and now let's take this, hide all values, remove this. Okay, give a data label. Okay, make it bold, 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 make this as bold. You can remove this because we are not taking the combo chart, so we can remove this. And legend, you can make it top, you can have chart title. Okay, you can give chart title as sales and quantity by ship mode. Okay, control B, and then you can reduce it little. And now if you want to change, you can do a changes like I showed you. Okay, make it a little, format, shape fill, just give a light shape fill, and then you can come here and you can give a gradient to it. Okay, control X, come here, paste it here. Okay, and now you can go to pivot table, and we have our last one, which is furniture. This we can do insert. We can go a pie chart, or this one 3D pie chart or donut chart. Let's go this series by this. Okay, and now here the good thing is what you know. First hide all this, and you will write this as sales by category. Okay, control B, control B. Okay, and reduce it little. And now instead of having it here, another option is click on data labels, more options, and from here you can see you can take series name. Series name is total, so you don't have to take series name. You can take category name, and you can take percentages also, and close it. Now see what will happen. Control B. So it is giving you to technology, sales, and its percentage. And now you can remove this. Okay, and then reduce it little, or make it this one. It's to you. Control X, come here and paste it here. Now for that, what you can do, you can just shift this up a little. Okay, and then get this here. Okay, just reduce it a little, and when you go reduce it a more little. Okay, drag it and drag down. Okay, now we got all our charts ready. Now let's add slices and then make it interactive. Okay, now what you will do, click on any of the graphs. Okay, let me click here, go to pivot chart analyze, and here you have an option, insert slicer. When you click on insert slicer, your headers will come. Okay, we'll take first years. Okay, and then we will take category, we'll take region, we will take city. Okay, and what else, we'll take ship mode. Okay, and just click OK, and we can take customer name also. Let's see how much we can add it. Okay, all this opens. Okay, now if you see this one, here you have an this one which is not highlighted, that means the data is not there. Okay, so what you can do, you can click right click, you can go to slicer settings, and you can just click here. Now what will happen, it will go away. Okay, and another thing, when you click on slicer, slicer will open. Here are the columns, you can give it like this and like this. Okay, and adjust it here. Now to adjust this here, what you can do, you can let this little bit here, and you can take this also little bit here. Okay, so you get more space for your slices. Okay, now you got it. Just reduce it. Okay, you got first slicer, furniture and option. Let's see if we can make it in one. Okay, central, let's make it in two. Okay, and then first class you have, let's make it in two. Okay, and let's go to home. Let's come out of it and go to view and close, hide your headings also. Okay, so this is how your dashboard is coming. Now you have to make sure that you have to adjust it. Okay, and this can come here, and we are with this. Okay, so what we can do is this one we can reduce a little and we can bring it here. Okay, and this one also we can just reduce the size, and for this one we can increase the size. Okay, and for this one just a little, and just a little. Okay, so this is how your slices are there. You got your graphs. Okay, now click here, right click here, report connections. Okay, now when I click this, before doing that, if I click 2014, now see what changes. Okay, just pay your attention here. Only this is changing. Why? Because I have taken slicer by clicking this, but these all are not changing. Now how to make this work? Okay, so the answer is simple. We'll go to right click, we'll right click, and then you go to report, and then you will give. Now you remember why I told you to give name. Now you know where you want to give and to whom you want to give. Now this I don't know what is pivot table one because I forgot to give the name. Okay, and so that is the reason, make a habit, you give a name to your pivot table whenever you are making it. Okay, and now go and give slices, give the connections. Click here, report connections, just give, give. Okay, okay, you have to do for all the slices which you're taking. Okay, let me do it quickly, and also let you know that I'll be posting dashboards like this. Okay, this is, I would say, a simple dashboard. I'll go much deeper to make it more good. Okay, this is just a start, but even if you get this dashboard and show it to your manager or in your office, I'm pretty confident they will be happy. And the best part with this is you don't require any VBA skills. Okay, if you have just pivot table skills, and that also you will get it once you start learning it. Okay, pivot table. Now we gave slices to all. Now just see. Now I want to see a data for 2014. I'll just click on 2014. All my dashboard changes. Okay. In 2014, it gives me the order by month only for 2014. Okay. I want to see only 2015. I'll click on 2015. My complete data changes. 2016. My complete data, even this boxes get changes. Okay. Now if I want to see 2015 only furniture, when I click on furniture, my complete data changes to furniture. Okay, office supply. Okay, now if I want to see customer name, if I click on Adam Hart, it will give me a data for Adam Hart for 2015. When I clear the filter here, okay, so it gives me for 2015, 2016, 2017. Okay, if I want to see only the south region, I'll click on south. The entire data will give me a south region. Okay, if I click only on Akron city, the entire data will give me for Akron city. Okay, so this is how you can make your dashboard interactive with less efforts. And anyone who says that you can prepare a dashboard in 15 minutes, that's wrong. It takes time. Okay, and this is how you will prepare a dashboard. If you liked it, please like it, subscribe it, and share it with your friends, and I'll be posting more videos like this. Thank you so much for your time, and all the best.